Hello, welcome back. Today a very special video because I want to show you, I want to talk about nothing less than the most the most beautiful series that has ever been done on vinyl, in my opinion. An amazing series, an amazing collection that started in 1967, so quite some years ago. Pierre-Henri and François Bale initiated this series with a goal, and they reached this goal, to outdo, in a way, every other avant-garde label at that time. For example, Deutsche Grammophon, they had been in that area too, and they just did it. They just did it. They released 37 titles between 67 and 72. There was one last title in 78, and I want to dig a bit into this series, and I want to show you why I'm totally convinced that this is the most beautiful vinyl series of all time. I put out some of those releases to give you an impression what makes this so special. We are talking about the prospective Vingtenaire series. So quite a Zungenbrecher or a tongue breaker if I translate it word by word. So let's stick to the English translation: prospective 21st cycle, 21st century cycle. Yeah, what's so special? You already can see that. We go, of course, also into the music, but let us start with those Heliophore jackets. Look at that, and there are even more spectacular examples coming. We are talking here, as I said, about Heliophore. This is an engraving patterns. Those are engraving patterns of aluminum foil. You have always beautiful optical effects on every jacket. And of course, like always, when it comes to craftsmanship like this, you don't get this anymore. This craftsmanship, in a way, is lost, because 2 years ago, the company who did those jackets closed down due to the fact that you don't get this material anymore. It's gone. It's done. Of course, over the decades, I mean, we are talking, for example, this one is from, I hope I find the year. No, I don't in this case. We are talking 30, 40 years here. We're talking 50 years here in some cases. It's gone. And those series, those jackets have of course been copied by other companies, but in the very most cases in a good way, because they did homages to this outstanding series. And yeah, as I said, we go through them a little bit. I show you other releases. Here's the Jean Guillou. Musically, we talk in general about musique concrète. Very early electronic music. The vast majority of those 37 releases are unbelievable important releases. But due to, again, now look at the Xenakis, Persepolis. But even if there is the one or the other not so essential release, I want them all. I mean, this is such a work of art, such a beautiful series that I really dig into those. They came out on the Philips label. I show you the label, and I show you the vinyl. Yeah, here you see the label, the vinyl. In general, you do get those releases still. They are still out there. Most of them aren't even that expensive up until now. Of course, there are exceptions. In general, the Xenakis are quite pricey. The Parmigiani releases they did, and those are quite pricey, but they are worth it in my opinion. Those are, as I said, essential releases. The earlier, I give you a second, this is one of the founders next to Pierre-Henri. This is François Bale. See again the effect, the beauty of the jacket. The early releases had a white back. Here on the Yannis Xenakis, you see it has a silver back. Again, I'm totally stunned, and as a collector, of course, my heart opens when I see this series. Sound-wise, for example, this Persepolis, which is a lot of drumming and the dynamic, they sound amazing. Those are amazing sounding, extremely important recordings. Some of them are, of course, quite out there, but still just wow. Pierre-Henri, there are 3 parts. I show you now part 2 of Apocalypse des Gens. Here, look at this swirl. Come on. Again, really a piece of art. There is, I hope I mentioned, I didn't know if I mentioned that when I talked about the jackets and the company that had closed. There is a lot of hand work involved. This is not a totally industrialized process. So we just can imagine what they did in those years. Again, a silver back. So this got the sticker of price they want for this release. Amazing. Also this record, the Apocalypse des Gens, a true highlight in the world of the music concrete. Yeah, another beautiful one. And now we are talking Bernard Parmigiani, we are talking Kronos. See, extremely important, gorgeous album. The whole catalog, the whole work from Bernard Parmigiani is stunning. This is Kronos that came out in this, I say the English title, Prospective 21st Cycle releases. Here now I show you the 3rd part of the Apocalypse des Gens from Pierre-Henri. See, for this series of 3 releases, they took the same jacket. And I want to show you, and this is the last for this video, if you like to see them, I'm more than pleased to do another part and show you other of these releases. I just don't want to overdo it for this video. Another Xenakis, Persefassa. Look at this. Look at that. Come on. Who doesn't like this? Craftsmanship, experience at its best. I love it. Amazing. Yeah, I really wanted to share this with you. Of course, who brought me into this series? Of course, Stunty, when we have been at Den Bosch. He said, well, what do you think? I said, what is this? This is, what is it? And then he explained that, and then I really got into this seriously, musically amazing. And of course, as I said several times now, the jackets. So I just wanted to share that. I hope this kind of videos are also interesting for you when I talk about those really, really old records. And as I said, if you're interested in those, go to Discogs, because in this case, Discogs really works. You don't have 458 different pressings of those. You have one, sometimes two, and so there is not much room for mistakes, except, of course, the grading. But yeah, the experienced buyers of you know how to avoid disappointments when it comes to the grading. If you like, try it out. Quite some of those aren't that expensive and really, really worth getting into. Yeah, that's it for at least the first part of this series. Thank you for your time and see you on the next one. Bye.